The first thing that happens if you've picked up enough of the damn things is the feel. You get a vibe off it. It's already telling you something. It's just wooden wire, isn't it? You wouldn't think that they would vary as much as they do, but boy, they do. You know, often when you're writing a song, you're thinking about what kind of guitar it's going to like. But life's full of surprises. I was probably part of that first huge wave of youngsters who wanted to be part of the rock and roll. It had to be red and it had to be like a Stratocaster. That's the way it was. That was beautiful to me. And the shape still is fascinating. I still find it timeless design. The desire to have a guitar was in me from a very, very early age. I'd borrow friends' little acoustic guitars. I learned how to do a basic fingerstyle. As a teenager, I was getting into electric blues and the beat group thing. And on the acoustic front, I was learning folk joints and early country blues and ragtime, and just a bunch of styles coming together. And that's what probably one of the reasons led to so many guitars appearing, because I was being exposed to so many different kinds of music. I was on the hunt for a Les Paul for years. First of all, I could never afford one for a long time. The one that Rudy sold to me, that got onto the Brothers in Arms album, and it was my first time that I really came to grips with a Les Paul. You know, I'd been listening to Peter Green and Eric and all those guys, you know. So it was an ambition to be able to pick up like a guitar like that. Again, you know, the same romance with Strats I had with the Les Pauls, and still do. I never wanted to see myself as a collector at all. But there comes a point where you realize what a thing you've taken on. A lot of guitars came into my possession were actually given to me by people. So they come for all kinds of reasons. The Martin signatures, you know, like this. This is just nice to play. Something like this is just a pleasure to become friendly with, to have it around. I never thought that my signature would be on anything. Never mind Fenders, Gibsons and Martins. They're the Father, Son and Holy Ghost, you know, of guitars. I had a very good pal, and still have. He had a tiny little shop on 48th Street, which was the music street. And his name was Rudy Pencer. I started talking to Rudy about needing a guitar that had all the best things about a Strat and the best things about a Les Paul. And we used to go to a little coffee shop up the street from his store. I remember sitting there and we drew out what became the first Pencer. I got some great sounds out of the Pencer, so it starred on quite a lot of songs. John Sir was making my guitars back then, and I was getting them through Rudy. And he built me this, but I plugged it in on the Brothers in Arms record, and the first hit that we had off that album was So Far Away. And just happened to get lucky with the synth sound on it, you know. And I had a little thing, you know, and all that. But what a builder John was. You kind of know that the quality of this, it ain't going anywhere. Red Telly was just asking to be played. Very punchy guitar, that, plenty of power, plenty of sound, and so was great for Walk of Life. You know, it's just because with just my fingers, the guitar was speaking nice and loud. It's exciting having those guitars that figured so big on that record be in the sale. You know, each one brings back loads of memories. If you had asked me 20 years ago, I'd have thought, no way, but I'm happy now that they're going to different homes. You know, I never really had a lesson, so I'm very grateful to them.